Hi guys. Welcome to episode 84 of I Swear I'm Stitching. I'm Sarah. This is I Swear I'm Stitching. This is a Flosstube where I talk about stitching. I also knit and I sew, but there is none of that this week. I'm in a bit of a rush. I'm recording late. My lighting's awful. My son came home unexpectedly, so I didn't record during the day. So instead I played Baldur's Gate 3, which I'm addicted to, and so I may not be stitching for a while because that's how I get. I may come back to you in 2 weeks instead, because I may spend a solid week playing Baldur's Gate 3. I love Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. They're some of my favorite games. I have cross-stitched. You must gather your party before venturing forth. Famous line from Baldur's Gate. If you play, if you don't get it. It's okay. Calm down. Slow down. My husband's on the way home, and we're going to go out to eat. So I'm trying to get this done, because I wanted to do it all day. But again, my son came home, and you know how life is. You know how life goes. But I think I have like 20 WIPs to show you for my WIP parade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 I actively worked on this week. Yes, I won't say my stitching bug is back, because my mental state is not back to normal yet, but I tried to jump into fandom stitching again. Go Team Goofy. And it really does help getting me to touch things I don't want to touch, or that I do, but projects I like, but I don't like working on that much, but I want done. It's fandom stitching, and their challenges are great for that. So Facebook fandom stitching, they're doing Disney this year, which also means they're having us read a lot and watch a lot. And I didn't read or watch a lot last year for Lord of the Rings, because, you know, I've seen those a dozen times, and they're big books and I don't really feel like reading them, but they're little books right now. So I'm like, I've read or listened to like Sleepy Hollow, Dumbo, Bambi. I'm doing Bambi right now. And then I watched like all the movies they had listed, like the Cinderella 1, 2, and 3, which honestly didn't hate 2 and 3. I was kind of surprised by that. I didn't hate them. And then, you know, Bambi, Dumbo, Make Mine Music, Fun and Fancy Free. But yeah, so fun things to have in the background while you're stitching and look up and watch. And then, oh my God, I watched Fantasia again for the first time in a bazillion years. I forgot how mesmerizing it is. Like, the animation is just mesmerizing. It's the only word I can think of. Anyways, I took my kid back to school on Sunday, so that was a day of like no stitching, because she goes to school at Wright State, which is near Dayton, which is on the other side of the state that I'm in. I'm way on the southeast side of Ohio, near the West Virginia, Pennsylvania borders. Let's see, my son is obviously home. He does not go to school, but he stays in a town over with my in-laws a lot and works at their garage. So, but yes, that's my life update. I'm doing, getting that over with before I jump into the projects in the WIP parade. I'm doing better. Still miss my baby girl, my puppy, my Amber. I had one of my worst nights the other night, 2 nights ago. Like, I've been doing pretty good about going to sleep and not dwelling and crying, and then I just like, I don't know what happened. I just thought about her for a second, and then I just sobbed for like 20 minutes thinking about her, and then I couldn't hear my husband breathing, and I got paranoid that he was dead, because he doesn't snore, but I can hear him breathing at night, and I couldn't hear him. So then I like rolled over just out of the bed, and I like had my head like, say this is his head. I was like this close to his face, trying to hear him breathe, and I couldn't hear him breathe over our box fan. And I was like, okay, well, I'll touch him, see if he moves. I touched him, and he didn't move. You guys, I was like, he's dead. So I put my hand on his chest, and it took like a solid, I swear to God, minute for me to feel his chest rise. I was like, okay, calm the fuck down. I rolled over to my side of the bed, and then he started snoring. So that was my worst night in a while, but other than that, I'm doing okay. Getting along, chugging along. Life goes on. All right, I apologize. So now we will start the WIP. The WIPs that I've been working on and the WIP parade. So what have I been working on? This is the one that, the last one I was working on. The most recent one I was working on as of yesterday. I've kind of set up a schedule for myself for the weekends are free for all, because my husband being home, I can't have a schedule because God knows what we're going to do. Monday, I'd like to be fandom stitching, where I focus on the weeklies and then whatever prompts. And then Tuesdays, I think, what was I gonna do for Tuesdays? Did I write it down? Talked about it with Julie, Kansas City Girl in Colorado World, but I don't know if I actually ever wrote it down. Oh, my Hade. My Hade. I would like to put some stitches on like, if I, maybe not dedicate myself to it on Tuesday if I get bored with it, but Tuesday, make sure I pick it up and put some stitches in it, because it's beautiful. But I don't think I'm a full coverage stitcher. And then Wednesday is my witchy stitcher Wednesday, where I work on my sals, my own personal sals. I'm doing the cryptid and the supernatural. Then Thursday, I think, is going to be like my Mira day, where I dedicate myself working on the my Mira that I'm working on this season. And then when the season's up, I'll have that Thursday be dedicated to work on the next seasonal lady. And then Fridays, I've decided to be, since I do floss tubes on Friday, I don't actually get a lot of stitching done on Friday, preparing, cleaning, etc. So I decided that it's my EPP day, where I'll work on my ever-languishing, years-long progress of my English paper piecing quilt. So that's kind of what I got. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Anyways, so that's why there's kind of a bunch of projects right now, because Monday I buckled down and started the fandom stitching again, so I hadn't touched a lot of things. But yesterday, my most recent, work in progress was The Wave by Trina Mestikova from Fireplace Hobby. I love it, and I really can't wait to have it done, but I don't actually enjoy stitching on it. But I'm using it. I'm doing, one of the prompts for fandom stitching is like based off artwork, and this is based off that, the Great Wave of Kanagawa. I'm sorry, I'm horrible. I don't know the actual name. That Japanese like print, or it's like wood print, I can't remember. It doesn't have the sun Japanese actual artwork, but it's basically based off of that. So that's what I'm working on. What the most recent thing I was working on as of last night, and it is just DMC 2/2, and it is on a 28 count Lugana from Kaylee of Kaylee Tent Stitch of the Sewing Shop Inc. Sorry, I had to write that down that I mentioned them. So I got all this blue done. The prompt is 300 stitches, so I'm obviously not done near 300 yet, because I've just done this light blue. And I was doing like over here, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do 300. I'm gonna start here at the top, and I'm gonna block out. I'm gonna do all the color, the light blue, and the second light blue, and then the dark light blue, and the white. I'm gonna block it out and work my way down. See if that helps me get it done, because it's not that big. I mean, really. What is it? 64 stitches by 64. It's just not that big. I would like to have this done because it's pretty. Right. And it's just in a bag that I made myself one day. When I make myself a bag, I always do the top zipper because it's easiest. I don't understand why that zipper is so popular, but and I don't like vinyl. I'll buy a vinyl bag, but I'm definitely not sewing with it, and I don't prefer it. And when I do my own bags, a lot of times I don't even use interfacing. That way, when I'm not using them, I can just fold them up, toss them in a bag, box, drawer, somewhere. Sorry guys, I'm rushing, and it's probably making this so not enjoyable. All right, and then I worked on my Supernatural. I don't know why I took that out, because that's not a picture of the project. Oh my gosh. This is in a bag. Super cute gnomes. I got online from Creative Carol Designs. The gnomes inside. I'll put this back. I don't need it. But it's the, told you I'm doing the Cryptid and Supernatural Sals from Witchy Stitcher. My goal is at least one block a month. And for this month, for the Supernatural, I focused on the Siren. And again, thanks for fandom stitching, because one of their prompts is 1,000 stitches in black. You can do multiple projects. So I'm doing Supernatural and Cryptid, and it really helped me get like almost 500 stitches done on Siren. So there's Siren. And there's the whole project from Witchy Stitcher. And I'm doing this 2/2 with DMC and Anchor Black on 32 count linen. And After the Harvest from Bestitch Me. Oh, look at my Siren. Look at all that black I got done. I mean, last time I showed you, I think I had this corner. So yeah, I got a lot of that black done. I really hated not finishing her because I have to do the black on Cryptid, but it's okay. I have the rest of the month. It's a couple more Wednesdays this month coming up. I love this fabric. I love this fabric so much. And then the companion piece, the Cryptid, which is in a bag I got in a Bestitch Me Outer Space, which is pretty. I like it. I really wish the inside was the outside, because look at that inside. Look how pretty that inside is. Anyways, this I do have the cover picture for. Don't ask me why. And I, to fit a prompt for twins, I'm starting on the Nightcrawler one, because I was like, let's twin mini Nightcrawlers. So that's the block I'm working on this one, which I did not take out of the Q-Snap because I'm still actively working on it. So I just started like working on this when I had to stop for, when I stopped for the night for that Wednesday. And this is 32 count Pink Chocolate Lugana from Bestitch Me. So I just got the corner done, but it's a bigger one. And I counted out the black. If I finish the outline, and there's like little black dots, I probably won't do. The outline, the name, Nightcrawler, should be close to 1,000. I think I'll have like 50 or 60 stitches left to go. So I'll go up top because I'm missing some this on that side, and I'll finish out the top. And then I worked on the 7 colorful birds for my son, because I can't remember what the prompts were, all of them, but I know one prompt was something that reminds you of a president of any country. And I was like, you know what, Teddy Roosevelt, I know he liked animals, right? So I Googled, and he kept birds in the White House. So I use this as my prompt for Teddy Roosevelt. And it is 7 colorful birds by DMC. And I got that from Sheila of Mrs. Stitches. I'm making it for my son. And I'm using 18 count Shibori Sunrise. Sunrise Shibori from Kaylee of Kaylee 10 Stitch. I'm almost done with that middle bird. Look how cute he is. I love it on this fabric. Absolutely love it. I mean, I'm making it into a pillow for my son, so I really shouldn't have used 18 count. I let him pick. I should have just went out and bought like boring ass white, like 14 or bigger to make him a decent sized pillow. But you know what? It's gonna be about that tall, about that long. It can be an accent pillow. I can make it bigger by like not cutting off all the fabric and then wrapping, maybe putting the fabric around it. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But he wants it as a decorative pillow. I love that bird. Love it, love it, love it. There is going to be a lot of back stitching on this. Let me see, I'll show you again. It's hard to tell, but you know, at least around the birds for sure. Like there's in the diagram, I'll show you real quick. See, like all around the bird, and there's like back stitching. So I was going to save that for last, but I'll probably do it as I finish each bird. And this is in that bag I made using the Missouri Star Quilt Advent stuff with the wonky elongated hexagon, which drives me crazy, but you know what? We won't think about it too much. We'll try not to think about it too much. I love this project so much. I'm trying to fit into as many prompts as I can because it's very fun, because it's super colorful. And then I worked on my, oh yeah, Seasons of the Heart Winter from the Blue Flower. I think I wrote Barbara Ann down somewhere. But it's in the Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher 2021 Christmas magazine. There it is. And I used this. The prompt was like, I think it was flowers. And this is on 32 count Lagana in plush from Fortnite Fabrics, 2/2, and then called for DMC. I just did, wait, it was like 100 stitches. That's it. I don't like working on this. I don't know what it is. I think it's too tight, and I really, really, really should have done 1/2. It's 32 count Lagana, but Lagana can be really tight after it's dyed, I have found. So I really, it's not very enjoyable to stitch on. It's gorgeous, and I'm gonna love it when it's done, but I do not like stitching it. So this is one I try to pick up and use on the weeklies that are just, for me, 100 stitches. That way I'm slowly chipping away at it because it's super pretty and I want it. I just don't want to stitch it. And this is, again, just another bag I made. No interfacing, just a white lining, top zipper. Is that the last of things I worked on this week? Nope. Oh, nope, it's not. I worked on, for the Prompt Forest, I worked on Baba Yaga from Autumn Lane Stitchery. I mean, yeah, I could also use this for black, but I'm sticking with my weeklies. I mean, my Sal's for the black prompt I just mentioned not long ago. And I am doing this 2/2 on 32 count linen catacombs from Bestitch Me. Which way is up? That's all I got. I did this bit and started down on the hanging lantern. It's another one I don't particularly like doing. And it's another one where I probably could have easily done 1/2. I mean, it's tight-ish, but you can still see the fabric through the black. So it's a good thing I'm doing 2/2, I know. Especially with all that black, I know you can see through black, but it's a good fabric to be able to see through anyway. So I did that one. Oh, must get cold outside. My heater kicked on and I keep it pretty low. And this is a bag from Kaylee 10 Stitch of the Sewing Shop ink. Isn't that pretty? I love this fabric. What's inside? You can't see what's inside. See that fabric? I love it. And an orange zipper. Here she makes her bags so that they expand out. And the last thing I worked on, finally got some done on her. I felt like she was neglected. And I showed my progress to Julie first since we started her together. But she is at the Met from Mirabilia. And I'm doing her in 32 count linen in Crimson Peak from Jody of Steel City Stitchers. I'm using all the called for DMC fancy flosses, but I finally made a good chunk in her. I got that done, and then I was like, I did a lot of black. I was getting my mojo back, and I was like, I don't want to do a lot of switching. So I was like, well, I'll do outlining in black, and then I'll outline in the gray, and then I'll fill in the light gray, purpley gray. So I got that black done. So to me, that's a lot of progress, because this is one of the first things I picked up when I started feeling stitchy again. And she is in just a bag I got from Black Needle Society. Little Women's not my favorite thing ever. I know people love Little Women. It's all right. I don't hate it, but it's not my favorite thing. It's a cute bag though. All right, so now we're gonna get to whips. That's from the Three Trail Stitchers. I think I said that right. They go whip. I gotta write that down. Alright, so start with my much languished, loved but me realize I'm not a full coverage stitcher. Is my, where is it? The top. This is a Kingdom Hearts, oh, pillowcase that I got in a swap someone made for me because I love the game Kingdom Hearts. But I use it as a bag, and that's the zipper, for my Haid, for my lovely, lovely Nefertiri. Gosh, she's gorgeous. You guys, look at her. Look how stunning. I started right here in the middle with all that black. And I don't work on enough to have a system. I feel like if I had a system, this would be easier for me, but I don't know what I'm doing yet. I need to, I didn't want to do like pages because I was afraid of those like lines people get when they do pages. But I think I may have to do that. I think I may have to just do a page and then do a page and stop trying to jump around and do like what I was doing, which I honestly remember exactly all I was doing. And yeah, I'm a paper person. This is like a 35,000 page pattern, so I don't mind showing you this. But see, that's where I started, right there in the center. I do paper. So yeah, I don't know if it makes it harder or not than if I had pattern paper, but that's how I keep track. And where is she? I am doing 2/1 tent stitch on 25 count, easy count Lugana. Just using DMC. Speaking of which, I got DMC there. I've loosened it on the Q-snap. I don't even know what that thread is. But that's what I've got. That's thread. That's just, I got thread just dangling off this thing. So I think I just need to take that page, because see, I was doing that page and I was trying to go out a little bit and do some, I just think I need to buckle down and just finish a page, finish a section, like focus on doing this. I don't care how many times I have to color switch, I think I need to do blocks, sections. Focus on doing this little section, and focus on doing the outline of that, and the outline of that. And it gets really hard for my old eyes to see these one little spots, like where my needle's supposed to go in. I don't know if it's because it's half stitch, 10 stitch, or it's because it's so small and I have old lady eyes. I really do need to go to the eye doctor and get a new prescription, I think. But it's very hard for me to see where to put my needle, like in these like lines up here. Like, it's very hard for me to decipher where my needle's supposed to go. I know that sounds stupid, but I'm like, I can't see the whole, I can't see. But I'm going to try my damnedest to work on it at least once a week. And I was talking to Julie about it, and I was thinking I have other languishing projects like my chatelaine, which is big and beautiful, but I don't know, maybe because it's so big, it overwhelms me, that maybe like every month I'll switch out, like spend like Thursdays, I can't remember what day it is already, on like the Haid one month, the next month, those Thursdays on chatelaine. We'll see. Okay, and then this is a bag made by me. This was a pattern for in support of Ukraine, the sunflower. It's an EPP pattern, and I bought it, and then I turned it into a bag for myself. And because again, I don't use interfacing a lot to make bags for myself, but because I wanted to sew around it, there's batting on this side, but no batting on this side. But this holds my, what does this hold? Oh, my Blackest Sky by the Primitive Needle. That's what it looks like when it's done. It's a horrible picture. You can't find any good pictures online of it, and I don't have a printed out a photocopy of the cover, just the pages. But it is on Nameless Gray 18 count Ada from Bestitch Me, 2/1 One, it is because I do not cut fabric till I'm done with the project because I'm so paranoid I'll run out. It is on this huge piece of fabric, which it clearly does not need to be on. I could easily cut this down, but I have not yet. But here it is so far. And again, this is one I want done. I love it. I hate working on it because I could have, again, done 1/1, but I did 2, and it gets tight and annoying. And there's, I mean, the pictures, I mean, you can tell from the picture there's a lot of green. There goes my phone. There's a lot of green, right? So I'm not sure why I'm like, why is there so much green? I feel like all I ever work with is green. It's so much friggin' green. And you'll see that the only change I've made is I'm using the DMC. I'm not using the fancy stuff. Is that the sun there has eyeballs? I did not like that. So I filled in the eyeballs, and this is the only thing, the only part where I've used fancy floss. So it's such a big blob, I didn't want it to be solid black. So I'm doing the sun, and Night Stalker's calling Morticia. I love the Stitch Me's fabric, you guys. This is a great Ada. Wish I'd gone 1/2. 1/1, I mean. I say that a lot. I'm so used to loop start. I'm so used to 2 threads. Doing 1/1 feels weird to me, even though I am actively doing that for my Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, and I love it. And then this is my Perky Lion from Marumi Designs. Oh, I love my Perky Lion so much. I'm doing it on 36 count linen from Bestitch Me in Pumpkin Pie. 1/2. Right, 1/2. Yeah. And I'm using Night Stalker's Calling Bog of Eternal Stench. Again, this is literally as like tall as it's gonna be. And I have all this fabric that I haven't cut off yet. Yep. That's me. That's what I do. Oh, I love my lion. I didn't show you the full, let me show you a picture of it. I love him so much. I mean, I loved him so much the way she did it that I had to put it on orange like her. And then I was like, well, the closest I have to that, I believe, sulky that she used was the Night Stalker's Calling. But it's not as dark. But, gosh. That's a good representation of that orange. I love it so much. He is just, I cannot wait to get on his face. That sounded dirty. I can't wait to work on his face. And those like chunky little legs, I can't wait to do that too. It's gonna be a nice chunk of color of the thread. I love it so much. I enjoy it. This takes my eyes about a day to get used to. But once I get going, it's so fun to do. And this is in a Frida bag from The Next Stitch Creates. Okay, Linda name down. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that pretty green inside too. And then this is my bag I made for a long Q-snap that I don't ever use anymore. So it's just got a project that's shoved in there. And anyways, that's my doggy bag. Look at my beagle. I miss my beagle. Anyways, this is my Modern Folk Embroidery Spirits of the Dead. My ink, my printer was running out of ink, which is actually funny because it printed out like purpley. And I'm actually using a purple thread on purple fabric, so it kind of worked out well. But I'm doing mine on 32 count Belfast linen in shale from Picture This Plus. This stuff is, I didn't iron anything. It's coming out of the bag the way it was in shale. And I'm using Silks for You in Winter Wonderland. You can't see it in that bag. But it looks so much, so not that purple. Oh, sorry. It's not that purple. It's the purples. It's hard to explain, but it's not that color purple. But anyways, so I got all the words done. Yeah. Which is all. So what do I got? I got all the words done. So I'm working on this bottom portion, and then I can do the fun stuff up top. That light just ruins that color. I mean, it's a very like mauvey purple, the fabric, but it just looks awful on camera, but it's very nice in person. I'm a big fan. It's good because it's going on my wall. Shove it back into my odd bag. Odd long bag. All right, let's see. This is the first ever project bag I ever had. My friend Sharon, who's not on Flosstube, not on YouTube, she's a knitting friend who also does other crafts, but I met her through the knitting community years and years and years and years ago. She's my first project bag I ever got. Is one she made from charm squares. So it's a bazillion years old, and I love it. And it holds my other big ass project, my Egypt garden chatelaine. Those pictures never do it justice. You can't tell. Look at the pyramids, the pirates, the night sky, fishies. Oh, fishies. Those aren't fish. Those are peacocks. Are those peacocks? What are those? Some sort of bird. I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, I can't. Oh, doesn't do it justice. But I'm doing this. Another giant piece of fabric I have not trimmed down. Hey, I was looking for that. A little bit of felt for my Q snaps, because when they get loose. I don't have my card on it that tells you all the information about everything that I try to keep with my projects. Well, I'm using all the called for, actually all the called for fancy flosses. All the DMC, there's beads in there. This is like 32 count. I want to say it's 32 count. I don't believe it's 36 count. Is it 36 count? Oh, shit. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know what fabric this is. Where's my paper? This is riveting. I know. I'm sorry. That's crazy. I always have that goddamn sheet in there. And now I'm mad. It's not in there. It's like 32 count country French mocha something. See, it's my shadow. And I went right in the middle because I was so paranoid I wouldn't have enough fabric. Pretty sure I didn't need to go right in the smack dab middle of that fabric. So I'll probably have enough on the sides for like small projects, you know, quirky quakers. But let's see what I got so far. That's the back. Am I showing you the back? You see my horrendous backs? You're seeing my back, which is not pretty because I was very mad, pissed off about the middle, like all the 1/1 with the friggin' what's not cryonic? What is it? Petite treasure braid. I don't like it, anything like that 1/1, and there's so much of it. 1/1, my shiny as crap. Look how pretty that is. But like all that, and like the fishies, it's like 1/1, man. Why? I thought that's the top. Why? Oh, that was probably the most tedious part and what really put me off this project. Because the rest is just like, you know, normal stitching. So I really need to buckle down and do it. Because it's enjoyable. And this is really nice. The French country mocha, is that what it's called, you guys? Everyone's been, my lips are so chapped. Everyone's been using for years. I finally got around to using. It's really nice. It's really easy. It's nice to use. I like it. And it's a good sandy color for my Egypt piece, I think. I just need to buckle down and work on it. Because it's gorgeous. But see, I'm on this dark blue part here. So, you know, still got a good bunch to go out, but not that much fabric worth. But again, I get paranoid and I don't cut until I'm done or the very end, towards the very end. Oh my gosh. Let's kind of check, see how far my husband is real quick, see how much longer I have, if I'm safe. Where's he at? Meep, he's getting close. He's getting close. Okay. And this is my Halloween Quaker. It is in the another Black Needle Society box bag. Oh, I love this one. I can't wait to get back to this one. It's from Lila or Leela Studios. I want to say people say Leela. Halloween Quaker. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at those purples. Gosh. And it's 36 count. I'm doing it on 36 count linen and Paranormal from Bestitch Me. I'm using the DMC and the Classic Colorworks it's called for because I had them. 2/1. That's the back. And this one I actually started in the corner. I'm usually often a middle starter, but I wanted to make sure I had plenty of this fabric left over. Like I wanted to use every bit of this fabric, so I started in the corner. I could have started a little bit higher up, I think, like right here. Probably could have started right there. Because look how pretty that fabric is. It goes through the gamut of like blues, and then there's greens, and then there's purple. Is there green? I thought there was green. Blues and purples and browns. I swear, but anyway, so I see like. So I wanted to make sure that I had some of this left over to do something small on. But that's where I'm at. This is where I'm at so far. Look at that purple hat. Isn't that cute? So cute. I think white's the one thing I'm using different. I don't think I'm using the called for white because white, like I swear to God, all the whites look the same, overdyed whites. So I just got whatever overdyed white I happen to have in my stash. Because white is white is white is white is white, and it's boring, and it's white. But there we go. That's where I'm at. Oh, I love these motifs. I love Quakers. Love them. And then my arms are getting tired, you guys. Started my arm workouts again because I'd sunk into a funk and hadn't been doing my exercises. So this is a bag I made. Halloween fabric, because that's my favoriteest. And then inside is just some bats, purple bats. And no interfacing, no batting, because I can just fold it up small as I want when I'm not using it. Tuck it away. But inside of my Halloween project is my patriotic project. Like my only patriotic project, because I'm not big on patriotic stuff. But it is a Star Spangled Shoal from Punch Needle Primitive Stitchers 2022 Summer Magazine. And it's a punch needle pattern from Michelle L. Palmer. Sorry, I was thinking something. And I loved it so much. And Kaylee from Kaylee 10 Stitch was like, I can turn that into a cross stitch pattern if you want. So I asked the designer and she said, yeah, go for it. So Kaylee turned it into a cross stitch pattern for me. So sweet. I love it so much. And I'm just using some, because it's basically a full coverage piece. Some boring ass Fangirl Fibers 32 count super stiff linen. Not a fan, but you know what? It does the trick. It's not that bad to stitch on, really. It's actually really easy to stitch on. Like super, super, like my stitches actually look pretty decent. Damn it. It's just, if you've been around, you know how disappointed I was in that box. I think it was a Halloween box I got from her a while ago. But anyways, this is some of the fabric that came in it. Look at how stiff that is. But that's it. And that's what I've got so far. I'm using the DMC that's called for the punch needle. Except for the whale, I'm using the General Arts and Fisherman's Wharf. Because it's like a brownie blue. Because you can see in the punch needle, he's like a brownie bluey gray. So I'm using overdyed Fisherman's Wharf. Oh no, I stuck in my zipper. Got it out in like a brownie bluey gray. Got stuck in my zipper from the little pouch that Kaylee made me. I'm super, like, love this one. This is actually one of the prompts for this month is like something Americana, I think. So I have plans to stitch on my red, white, and blue Star Spangled Shawl. How cute. I'm so excited. I'm so happy she made this into a cross stitch project for me, pattern for me. Thank you, Kaylee. Because I don't need another hobby, and I'm not sure I could get into punch needle. Says person who didn't think she'd do a diamond art thing, and whatever. All right, this is a bag, another bag I got from a Bestitch Me box, a Halloween box, and it holds my Al Force embroidery dinosaur forest, which I put on the fabric that it came with, using the threads that it came with, and since I showed it last time, I literally haven't touched it because it was my New Year's start, or New Year's Eve start, and then I wasn't in a good mental state, but I wanted to have it started, so I started it and then put it away. That's all there is to it. I'll get work done eventually because I love it, because it's super cute. Look at those dinosaurs. Oh my god. Oh, a little shaky. It's a little like caffeine from that monster. And then this is the bag that Steph from Total Stitch Show made me. Zelda. I don't play Zelda, but I watch my husband play Zelda. It has two of my my two Santa projects in it, which haven't been worked on since Christmas. Let's see. Come on, Santa. 2009 Santa with the hockey sticks. Hockey theme, sorry. And then I can't remember what year Santa that is, the one with the globe. I'm working these on, I want to say 16 count. I want to say 16 count. Ada, like khaki. This is like literally, I don't know, this one's the hockey one because its legs are sideways, and this one is the globe because his legs are not sideways. So that's all I've got on those. Just using the DMC called for, 2/1, nothing fancy, nothing complicated. Santas are great. I love them. All right. This is another bag from Lynette Stitch Creates. It came in a Like Neil Society box. That's the 4 from The Shining. Inside this one is my much, much loved Sea Witch from the Primitive Hair. Oh, I love her so much. She is the only project I have the pattern on my iPad, and I'm marking it off digitally, and I'm not enjoying that, which is why I know I would not like Pattern Keeper. But I'm working it on 32 count linen in Bronze Age from Bestitch Me. I'm using DMC Classic Colorworks and Night Stalker's Calling, and I'm not doing the top where it says the Sea Witch. I'm going to cut it off there. That's what I have so far. It's so pretty. The Night Stalker's Calling is the green, and the Classic Colorworks is the blues. She's so pretty. Look at the seahorse. Look at that. Oh, look at that color. And I love it on this fabric. Oh, I'm not doing the dangly beads under the seahorse's ass either. See, I love this so much. I can't wait to work on it some more. I gotta fit her into a prompt somewhere. I gotta get her out. I must free her. 2 more projects. This is another bag from Lynette Stitch Creates. Oh my god, I love it so much. So much. I love the plainer gray fabric on the inside, the swirly bits. This holds my Plum Street Samplers Polar Pack. This is 1/2 on 32 count Lugana in Aquarius from Bestitch Me. See how, like I told you, Luganas can be tighter, and I really should have done 1/2 on a bunch of my projects. This is 1/2. Look how good the coverage is. And that 32 count Lugana. I'm slow at it because I don't like white, and there's a lot of white. I mean, the snowflakes on the bottom, and then 3 bears. I love polar bears, I don't like white. And there's like a little bee. I think that she puts them in all of her things. I'm not doing the little bee. Love it. Well, now I've got plenty for another project. I just need to buckle up, bite the bullet, and work on some of that white. And this uses my favorite red of all time. Classic Colorworks Licorice Red. My favorite red. It's not coming out well because of the lighting, but it's my favorite red. And if you've worked with it, it's just a beautiful red. I mean, it's not a super bright red, but she's a beauty. All right, guys, my last one. Yay! Good, I'm getting shaky. Not the caffeine. I'm pretty sure I need to eat. Anyways, this is in another Black Nail Society bag. And this holds my addiction. It was my addiction for many months. You guys saw it a lot for a while there. It is my Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow from Carriage House Samplings. Everyone's seen it, but I'll show you a picture anyways. There it is. Oh. Nope. Oh my good Lord. I'm not good with technology, you guys. I am like an old... I'm so old. Okay. There it is. And I'm actively working on that block. And I'm using 18 count Ada from To Die For Fabrics and Ashen Tan, 1/1. This is again probably, but Stitch Me is pretty close, but I think this To Die For Fabrics is my favorite Ada. If I was to use more Ada, or I needed more like colored Ada, if I wanted more colored Ada, I'd probably buy it from either one of them. But To Die For Fabrics first, because I just love it. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. You're not getting the color of the fabric. It's a very, very light modeling. Like a tan with a little bit of gray modeling. You can, in person you can see it. But oh, I love it so much. Oh, so much. And there's my bottom box down there that I'm working on. Look, I got Frankie all done. Oh, sorry. Frankenstein's Monster. Dr. Frankenstein's Monster all done. I don't like his mouth, but I'm not changing it. Oh, I love it. Oh, my arms are tired. So there we go. That's where I'm at. I love it greatly. I love it tremendously. And that, my friends, is all of my WIPs. And other projects that aren't knitting, aren't stitching real quick. I have 2 socks going. I'm not going to show them. I have my ground poke quilt that needs the sashing and stuff put on it. Then my EPP quilt. And I'm making a bag. That last project from Missouri Star Quilts Advent doesn't let my bonus child make. Well, she's in college now, so she's not going to make it. So I'm just going to make it and give it to her or keep it. I don't know yet. I've got the fabric set aside for it, but I haven't done it yet. So that's it. I have no haul, no FOs, but how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh no, it's gonna fall. 18, 19, 20. Yeah, about 20 WIPs. That's not bad. That's not too much. A couple of them are really big, will take me a while. Some are small. Some I just need to buckle down and get done. But I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry it was so rushed and like madcap. But I will see you again in either a week or 2 weeks. Because again, I started playing Baldur's Gate 3 and I may just play that for like a solid week because that's how I get obsessed. So I'll see you either in a week or 2 weeks. No promises. Okay, I gotta get going. I'll see you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you come back again. Bye.